Hey guys, so the new chapter is upon us, and with this new chapter, we have deliveries, bounties, chores, and whatnot. And a lot of people have been talking about the new bounties being super expensive with the exotic crops and the giant fruit. But one thing that people aren't really talking about, maybe they don't know, is that the chores also got updated. So these are the old chores. It says the PR was called "Add New Chores for Winds of Change." So this was like 3 or 4 chapters ago. We got a bunch of new chores down here. Um, Anyways, they're down here. But this is the ones for the current chapter. So let me just zoom in here a bit. Make it easier for you guys to see. Really too much. 175. Okay. Okay. So yeah, let's go through some of these chores here. So collect eggs 225 times. So before it was 150. So that's a lot. Like you can collect like 20 in a day, or you can collect like 20 every time here if you don't have the coop, and that's 7 times a week, or maybe 8 or 9 times if you have the barnyard route. So that's only like 120, or sorry, 180, 160, 180. So you're definitely going to need to be collecting eggs more than once per day on average. What else we got? We got collect milk 125 times, collect wool 125 times. Before it was 75, so that's a big difference as well. So once again, you're going to need to be collecting milk a ton, or like have the barn blueprint. Okay, what else we got? Cook antipasto 50 times. Like this is pretty expensive. Or it was 35 times. What else we got? Blue cheese 40 times. Blue cheese 30. So before it was 30. So that's a big difference. What else we got? Cook cheese 100 times. We use a lot of cheese, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so currently we have a cook fermented fish 30 times, and people said that was a lot. There's also a cook fermented fish 35 times, so be prepared for that. What else we got? Nothing here is too hard. Margarita pizza 12 times. I mean, we make a lot of margarita pizzas anyway, so not that big of a deal. Craft 35 sand drills. This one's really annoying because no one uses sand drills. Sand drills are just going to be like, people forget these even exist sometimes. So it's basically burn 35 crimstone, burn 35 oil, and the other resources as well. Before, what was it before? Sand drill. Before it was only 15, so that's a huge change. That's annoying. What else we got? Okay, so there's a lot more flowers, and there's a lot more like grow 4 flowers. So if you look at the old ones, carnations. Oops. Carnations. Before it was like grow 3, but now it's like grow 4. And if you don't only have if you only have the 3 default flower beds, then anything divisible by 4 is kind of annoying. So there's gonna be a lot more flower grow time. Harvest barley 250 times. What was it before? 200, so that's a little increase. You don't have a lot of crop production times. That's a lot of grow time right there. What else we got? 4 and 450 times. Harvest 24 olives. Like that's a lot. Like the default grow time for olives is over a day, so this is going to be cutting it close. You don't have a lot of reductions. Onions 460 times. Rice 28 times. Same thing. Like this isn't too bad, I don't think, because the default time is like 24 olives is harder than 28 rice. What else we got? Mine crimstone 36 times. So I am fully expanded, and I only have 5 crimstone plots. Let me just chop my trees here. I only have 5 crimstone plots. So that means I have to harvest these more than 7 times. It's actually like 8 times. So that's going to be tough. Like you're going to need a lot of time reductions on your crimstone. So I think a lot of these things are going to be balanced around having these shrines. So like there's this greenhouse reduction time for like the olives and whatnot, and there's also this mole shrine for reduction of crimstone time, the bantam shrine for reduction of chicken time. What else do we have? pick 72 grapes. Like this one, I don't even know how you're going to do this because you can harvest grapes like 4 times a day, or sorry, 4 times twice a day. So that's 8 grapes a day, 7 days. That's what, 56 grapes. So you're going to have to be picking grapes like 3 times some days. So good luck with that one. There is like this skill to instantly grow your greenhouse crops, but it's still going to be a lot. That one, in my opinion, is probably like the hardest one to do. I guess the chicken one's pretty hard too, but you can get the chicken one with like cheap boosts and a shrine, whereas this one is just going to be very, very difficult. Because even if you have the shrine to reduce the time by 25%, that's at 9 hours. If you have like both the skills, that puts it over 8 hours. So if you're sleeping for more than 8 hours a day, like that one's going to be very tough to do. What else we got? We got prepare slow juice 15 times. So this isn't too bad. Like slow juice for me is the same time as fermented fish if I'm not using oil here. But slow juice is very expensive to make, so that's like 150 grapes and 1,500 kale, so that one's gonna be pretty expensive. And they're spend a bunch of coins. These ones are kind of annoying for people with a lot of like make things free, like Kubiku and Foreman Beaver, but since they made the potion house easier to play, it's not as bad. But anyways, that's it. Like I said, a lot of people were talking about how difficult the bounties were, and they weren't really talking about the chores, but some of these chores are pretty crazy. In my opinion, the hardest ones are grow grapes 72 times and this harvest, collect eggs 225 times. Like those are the 2 craziest ones in my opinion. All the other ones are hard, but in my opinion, manageable. We'll see how many of these flower ones you get at the same time though. Like if you got one of these that are like grow purple cosmos 6 times and then like grow purple gladiolus 4 times or something. Like if you got like multiple of these at the same time, these could be pretty hard. But anyways, just wanted to point that out, and yeah, that's it. Have a good day, guys. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't yet. It would help me out a lot. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Have a good day, guys. And I also want to say thank you to all the members of the channel. Current members of the channel are Raichu, Thedra, Deucefold, New Augustine, and Night Shadow. Thank you very much for your support.